I always have been a part of it, and I actually, in my younger years, worked right in the surf with my chest waders on and helped harvest it and the whole process right through to the selling of it.
It was always intriguing for our guests that were looking at the lighthouse and come out on the shore and they'd want to talk to us. Can we please excuse us if we ask what you're doing here? Well, I said, we're simply gathering Irish moss. Well, what's that Irish moss used for? They always had that question. What do you do with it?
Well, when we told them they're eating it in ice cream, their eyes popped open and their chins dropped. They never realized that.
Yeah, they couldn't believe they were eating it. Hi, I'm Gilbert Gillies, and this is my wife, Goldie.
We're here doing an experience, and we call our experience Seaweed Secrets.
We just love meeting people and telling them all about the harvesting aspect of the moss, the fishing of the Irish moss, the history of how it all started. We have a marine biologist or botanist that comes and gives a wonderful presentation of the properties of all these sea plants.
Smell that. I'm going to hand that around and smell it. It is the only seaweed in the world that I've ever, and I've been all around the world, that has that kind of perfume. It's nice at this stage. As that plant dries, that plant will fill this whole big boat shed with the smell of that perfume as it dries. And after a while, it gets like really overpowering.
This all started around the year 1945. In fact, that was the year the old moss warehouse was built here on the tip of the Point Prim here. They didn't know what Irish moss looked like. They didn't know it existed on the shore hardly. And so the buyer took the fisherman out on the shore and he picked up a big tassel or cluster of Irish moss off the shore, and he held it up and he showed it to the boys and he says, "Boys, this is what we're looking for." Basically 3 different methods of harvesting Irish moss, you know, on the island here. There's this way with the scoop and the fork and the whisk broom, and then there's by the horses. The horses tow a much larger net behind them and they go out in the surf with the horses and pull it in. And then the third method is by raking metal rakes behind fishing boats. Carrageenan is what they're looking for. And
as you know, ice cream is a big user of it, and a lot of food products. And not only that, it's used in making toothpaste, shaving cream, certain brands of beer,
paint
medicines, the paint industry. Many, many uses.
An aftershave, and it's wonderful for your skin. It moisturizes your face, you know, after a shave.
I'm convinced that there's something very special and medicinal about this particular plant.
But Goldie has gone a step further.
And made a crumb crust and serve it as a pie.
Yeah.
You can do it as a pie, or you can do it as in a mold.
It's an old Gaelic or Scottish recipe that my mother inherited from my grandmother. And in the wintertime, we'd often have Irish moss blanc-la-manche pudding.
We've always been involved in tourism because we've always rented cottages. And now we have our beach house just down back there, and it's 4-star oceanfront.
One couple was from New Mexico. And the lady with that couple, she was so enthusiastic, she was taking notes. And she told the ladies behind the counter there at the Visitor Information Center that this was her best experience ever.
The best thing she's ever done on PEI.
Yeah.
So that was a good
feedback.
pat on the back.
Yeah.